What's going on, guys? Romer the Romer here. Today, I'm going to get into how I track my consignment deals. I get a lot of questions on this, and consignment deals are a great option for someone who doesn't have a lot of money starting up front. And also, it's a great option for people who have just been in the game for a while and they're really trying to up their inventory and they don't feel like spending thousands and thousands of dollars. So what you can do is you can make deals with people. Let's say you find a lead on Craigslist for 5,000 books. Yeah, you could pay $5,000 for all those books, but what if you offered them 25% net profits and you sold the books for them? That in my opinion, you might end up paying them more than 5,000, but you got all the books for free. So you can do that, several times a week without having thousands and thousands of dollars in your bank account, and you can really scale your business. So I use two tools to track my consignments. And as many of you know, I actually sell a lot of books for resellers. I sell restricted inventory. So all these textbooks right here, I got in my living room. I'll show you guys. I'm not even sure if this is a restricted book or not, but right there, I'll sell those for resellers at a 50-50 split on net profits. And I'll show you exactly how I do that. I also sell books for libraries on consignment. I'll sell books for thrift stores. I'll sell books for friends. Anywhere books exist, I will sell them on consignment. I always prefer consignment because it's zero cost up front for me. Really gives me some room to breathe and allows me to scale a business. So without further ado, I'm going to get into this. So the tools you need are Accelerlist, Google Sheets, and the tracking spreadsheet. Now I'm just going to break this down for you guys. Accelerlist is I think it's $35 a month, but it's between $30 and $40 a month. So you're gonna have to invest a little bit in this. The tracking spreadsheet's $175 a month, not a month, $175 one-time fee. Okay, Google Sheets 100% free. So those are the things you're gonna have to pay for. I know there are other softwares compatible with the tracking spreadsheet, but Accelerlist is making moves. I really like where they're going, and they also provide a good amount of data on their end. If we look here at this dashboard real quick. You can see they give you important metrics, how much active inventory you have, what's your average sales rank, how many units have you sold for the month, units listed. This is my favorite metric right here. I like to check up on that. I'm trying to list several thousand a month at this point. So let's go to batch history, and I'm going to show you guys so when you make a batch on Accelerlist, I'm not going to go super in depth. I have other videos on how to make batches on Accelerlist. And if you guys are new to Accelerlist and don't know how to use it, in the link below, there's romertherromer.com/10x method. And I have a really detailed video in there. That's 100% free as well, but I break down how to use Accelerlist. So I'm only going to get into the tracking portion of Accelerlist right now. So for the supplier, you want to enter you have to have the supplier. You don't have to work the supplier into your custom SKUs, although I think it helps just for tracking purposes when you open up, the orders on your phone, but it's not necessary. Whatever the supplier name is, Eric, hit enter. Oh, there is an Eric. Eric, if you're watching this, I appreciate you selling me your restricted inventory. Or allowing me to sell your restricted inventory rather. So you're going to enter the supplier there. I also like to track the date, but that's all you need. Just make sure the supplier is in there. Okay. And so what's really cool about this is now you can export it you want to export to the tracking spreadsheet, enter the shipping costs, because this is important because you're paying for that, even though Amazon, subtracts it from your account balance, it's important. So if this costs $12 to ship in, we're going to enter that, export to tracking spreadsheet. Okay. So this and one sales report from Amazon is all you need to get your tracking spreadsheet up and running. And I'm not going to get too detailed with the tracking spreadsheet because Caleb Roth, the creator of it, he nerded out over this shit and he made really good detailed videos on how exactly to use this, how to get it up and running. So go watch those videos if you guys purchase a spreadsheet. I'm just going to show you, and I think Caleb could actually learn something from this. Caleb, if you're watching this, I'll show you exactly how I use your spreadsheet. So these are, I'll go real quick. You're going to need, this is all the data from Accelerlist right here. and then all your sales data is going to be right here. So you want to enter all these. This is one sales report each month. As you can see, I just pasted all the July data in. So this tells you exactly which books sold, and then it'll automatic, if your listing data is correct, it's got all my sources here. It's going to cross-reference those, and it's going to know exactly which book is connected to which person you're doing consignment with. I apologize for all these text message Tinder notifications right now. It's not Tinder. I got banned from Tinder. I was trying to pull textbooks on Tinder. Can't sell on Tinder anymore. Can't buy on Tinder, rather. Got banned from Bumble yesterday, too. That was for a different reason, though. All right. So this is really cool. And this is actually the portion where I think Caleb could learn a little bit from. I don't know if he intentionally meant for this to happen or not, but at the end of each month, I have all these sources here. All right. So at the end of each month, it's going to, and what these number sources are, they're people that sent me restricted inventory but forgot to add their name to it. So we entered the order number. So these are actually paired with someone's name. And I'll get into that. We use Google Sheets as well. So Google Sheets is what I'm going to go over last. You're going to use that to track payment methods and stuff like that. Anyway, let's say you're one-man army and you listed all these new sources. So I had several new sources this month, maybe even 100. It's going to show all of them on here. So what we're going to do is you can actually copy this. This is super cool. So all your new sources, and this is automatically going to happen if you use Accelerlist and enter your data in those first two tabs like I showed you. And again, go back and watch Caleb's videos on how to do that. This is just naturally going to happen. Okay. So all your new sources are going to come in order here. So what you can do is hit Command C, copy all those sources. Notice it's light green. I don't know why, but the consignment tab is a little bit darker green. So what you're going to do here is go down, scroll down, and you're going to enter all the new sources here. Just paste them. Just like that. And it's automatically going to calculate all this data for you. So now you just enter the percent of net profits. I sell textbooks on a 50-50 split most of the time. You drag this down right here, 50%. And again, negotiate, try to get lower if possible. You can also do a percentage of net sales, but in my head, it always just makes sense to do net profits. So now what we're going to do is you can see how many units were listed for each person. So a lot of people just send me one book. Wild Man Willie, one of my employees, he listed 75 books, it looks like here. He's actually got 2 SKUs. He's got like 300 books listed. But 6 have sold so far, which is 8% of the inventory. It gives you the total price and everything. It breaks down. All of this comes from the Amazon report that you downloaded and the reports from Accelerlist. So all of this is just going to calculate itself. You don't have to nerd out over this. The important numbers come here. So commission owed, right? So I owe Wild Man Willie $21. I owe Eddie Coelho $101. So these people owe me money. Isn't that funny? It turns red when they owe you money. That's because inbound shipping fees, all that. We're not in the profit range yet. So Chicago, I spent $500 in Chicago on books. I've made, I don't know, what is that? $370 so far, or $270, but I'm still not in the green yet. So excuse me. If you're not profitable yet, it's going to come up red. So that means you don't owe anyone anything yet. However, it'll show you exactly how much you owe people right here. So this is a cool part. So now in this column, I can enter Wild Man Willie, WMW, date paid, 8/6/19. Amount paid, I owe him $21.16, which is a 50% commission split. Payment method, Venmo. Now I'm going to get into how I use Google Sheets. And this is something else I think Caleb could learn a little bit from. I'm not sure if he's doing this either. but I actually put the payment method here. I will put their payment ID now. So let's open up Google Sheets real quick. Okay. So for example, Andrew, shout out Andrew. He's always out hustling. He is, I believe, he's the one that gets me books. There's a couple Andrews, but we're actually not in consignment. He gets me books and I pay him up front for them. But just for demonstrative purposes, this is his preferred payment method, PayPal. So what I would do is, if this is PayPal, most people I pay with PayPal, I'll just paste it in there. Okay. I like to, it freaks me out when it turns white. So I'll always match destination format. So the Google Sheets, the purpose of this is to track their payment method. I track a couple other things. I track the tracking number. And if you're having books shipped to you, it's probably a good thing to track. And then this is the primary reason for the Google Sheets is you want their name and their payment method. So then you're going to transfer this information, and you could enter this information all one by one, but using the method I just showed you guys, just copy and pasting all of it makes it so much easier. So I can just paste all this data in. It's all right there. Now all I have to do is copy someone's name and then paste it in, let's see, Zach. Let's look up Zach. So Control F, type in Zach, 2 Zachs, or no, that's 1 Zach. So right there, it's got his email, and his preferred payment method is PayPal. Now, some people prefer Venmo. So if they prefer Venmo, what I'm going to do, and this makes it really easy for the future, because now I don't have to look it up on Google Keep each time. Now their information is just in here. So for Venmo users or Cash App users, I'll enter their payment method just like that. And then at the end of each month, when you run numbers, all these should either be A, negative, or Wildman Willie. They should all look like this. They should all be at 0 at the end of the month because you paid everyone. So, yeah, and you can change, if you change these net profits, like for example, and also 50% is kind of a bad example to use because this is your commission amount. So if I change this to 70, I'm actually paying Devin less. It means I'm paying myself 70% commission. This number will update in a second. But keep that in mind. So this commission number is not their commission, it's your commission. That was confusing to me at first. But that's how I use this spreadsheet. I mean, it's super, super simple. Again, the link's in the description if you guys want to use this spreadsheet. All you need is Accelerlist, a tracking spreadsheet, and Google Sheets. The only reason for Google Sheets is just to track their payment method. If you are having them send you inventory, it's important to track shipment ID, blah, blah, blah. We have a couple other columns here that aren't super important. But the most important thing is you have their payment method so you can pay them. I pay on the 5th of each month because it takes me a while to run all these numbers. And then, yeah, so we track, did people pay for shipping? We track all that. So you can also enter any other expenses here. So total cost. Let's say you didn't calculate something. You can enter that in and it'll factor it in. Let's see if it updated Wildman Willie yet. Where is he at? There we go. See, it updated his. So when I changed it to 70%, it's now saying that Wildman Willie, I overpaid him by $8. So just know that this number right here is what percent commission are you taking, not them. So if you work out a deal with a thrift store where you're paying them 25% commission, you're going to enter 75 here because you're paying yourself 75% of that. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know future content requests you guys have. And I just got a new mic, so hopefully I sound a little bit better than normal. And yeah, I appreciate everyone that's selling restricted inventory on consignment with me. Peace out, family.